Welcome to Chapter 4, Marketing. At the end of this presentation, you should be comfortable in defining marketing, as well as naming the types of market segmentations, describing the various aspects of marketing's focus on developing a product, describing the different types of pricing that should be considered when marketing products, explaining the concept of place and how it pertains to marketing, as well as understanding the different types of promotion and how they can be put together to create a unified image. So the first step is, what exactly do we mean by marketing? And marketing is defined as the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of goods and services. It's the goal of marketing to facilitate exchanges that satisfy needs for the individual and also organizations. They do this through market segmentation, and it's because markets are different, consumers in a given market are different, and the marketer must divide them into smaller, more manageable groups to better understand their needs. It means to divide the group into several different ones whose members have similar characteristics. And when marketers use segmentation, they can better understand the needs of the group and therefore focus their promotional efforts as effectively and efficiently as possible. And selecting the segmentation and marketing to them is called target marketing. And they do this because what they're doing is they're identifying those specific consumers who they have a greater likelihood of turning over or converting in from prospective customers to actual customers. So it's making the most effective and efficient use of their resources. And there are different ways to segment the market. There's a geographic segment, which is based on location. For example, if you own a snow shovel manufacturing company, you're not likely to use Florida as one of your target markets. Similarly, if you have a restaurant in Frostburg, you're not likely going to spend a lot of money advertising to possible consumers who are in California. There's demographic segmentation, which is when you split the market into groups based by gender, age, educational level. And the idea here is that people of the same age group may need or buy similar things. There's psychographic segmentations, which is segmenting by income levels, race, interest, attitudes, values. Someone who does many outdoor activities might be in a different psychographic segment than someone who watches a lot of TV in their spare time. There's benefit segmentation, which looks at why people buy something, what benefits they're looking to get. For example, a skincare product might want to use a benefit segmentation for those looking for younger skin. There's also volume segmentation, which refers to how often someone uses or buys a product. This niche marketing or target marketing can even be looked at on an even more microscopic level, so that you're narrowing the focus down to a niche. And niche marketing is an idea that marketers target small but profitable segments of the market. And relationship marketing, that's another tool that they use, where the goal is to maintain customers over periods of time by offering them products that exactly meet their needs, their requirements. And they segment target, niche marketing based on consumer behavior and consumer characteristics. So when they're taking a look at it, consumer behavior is the study of customer motivations and their needs for purchasing a product. Sometimes it can be a little hard to determine because customers don't always know why they purchase something. What they do know is that every customer goes through a process, a consumer purchasing process, when purchasing goods or services. Some may go through the process faster than others, and some may feel like they're skipping a step, but all of the 5 steps the consumer goes through before they make, as they're making a purchase decision. So the first step is the problem recognition, and that's when a customer realizes they need a product, maybe they've run out of it. Then they go through the information step, where research is performed by the customer to look at all of their options. Then they evaluate the alternatives, Take a look at the benefits and characteristics of the choices that are available, and then they make a decision and purchase based on what they've figured out so far. And then the post-purchase evaluation is made after the purchase, where the customer decides if the product met their need or not, and if they're going to buy it again. Researchers investigate the process at each state and each step to determine the best way to reach customers. And whether they're taking a look at customers who are in a business-to-business market or a business-to-consumer. Most of the time, the focus on marketing is on the consumer markets, the B2C, but business-to-business or B2B markets is actually a lot larger. And those business-to-business markets include manufacturers, intermediaries such as retailers, institutions such as hospitals or schools, as well as the government. And it's the job of marketing management to take a look at all the information and to oversee all of the aspects of marketing of a particular product or service. They oversee the marketing mix, or the 4 Ps that we'll talk about in just a little bit. They also take a look at everything a customer evaluates before purchasing a product, such as packaging, warranty, brand name, delivery, and guarantees, in order to have a more effective, more efficient marketing program, marketing strategy in the future. So that brings us to the idea of market research. And market research is the analysis of markets to determine opportunities and challenges and find information needed to make good decisions. That's done through either qualitative or quantitative research. Qualitative research is the research that's used to determine human behavior, and it's used to take a look at a little bit harder to measure areas such as what consumers value. And it's the type of research that is most often used in marketing. And in quantitative or qualitative research, you'll find primary and secondary research. Primary research is the research that's collected by you or the organization firsthand, and it can be done through the use of focus groups, surveys, those sort of studies, and it's a little bit more expensive to do primary research and a little bit more time consuming. So most individuals or most organizations will do what's known as secondary research. And that's where they seek data that's already been collected. Census information, for example, is secondary research. And so the research has already been done, and all you have to do is go up there and take a look and collect it. So if you're doing a research project for a college course, are you doing primary research or are you doing secondary research? So some majors, for example, some of the physical education majors, they have the students go out and they do measurements such as body mass index measurements, heart rates, so on and so forth. So those type of surveys would be primary research. Whereas if you're doing secondary research and you're going to take a look and see what the current opinions are on XYZ, or you're taking a look at the demographics of a general area and you go into the government website, then you're taking a look and you're seeing secondary research. Now, retailers compete on 5 areas: price, service, location, selection, and entertainment. And they do so through the 4 Ps. So it's very important that we go through each of these. So the first is product. And product can be, products or services can be classified into different categories in order to make it easier for marketers to put products and to get products into the right hands. So there's convenience, which is a product that is purchased routinely and customers don't need to give much thought to them before purchase. Toothpaste, for example, is a convenience product. There's shopping category, which a shopping product is one that will take time for the consumer to decide on, such as shoes or a new pair of pants. There are specialty products, which is a product that consumers will go out of their way to buy, perhaps a certain kind of pizza or a luxury item such as a Tiffany ring. There are unsought products, which are the types of products customers do not really think about buying until they're reminded. For example, insurance. The last category is an industrial, which in industrial goods would be a raw material a business needs to make its products. So products, they compete based on differentiation. So when you're taking a look at through promotion, through packaging, through pricing, through different features of the product, companies try to make their products seem to be different. Coke and Pepsi, very similar. Companies out there, whether it's Bubba Cola or Coca-Cola, products that are very similar, but through promotion, through products, or through packaging, they try to have a perceived product difference. Why should the consumer buy your product over a similar or replacement product? Product packaging, that's one that has several goals, and that's to protect the product, attract attention, describe the contents and give information about the contents, explain the benefits, and it should provide an indication of price, value, and uses. Dimensions and weight of the product should also be included on the packaging. Through product packaging, that's again, that's another way for a marketer to differentiate their product and to have that product stand out, to give the consumer a reason to buy their product over a replacement or a different product. Part of the product packaging isn't going to include a product brand. And product branding is a symbol, name, or design that identifies the goods or services, helps that company stand out from the competitors. For example, when you're buying coffee, you look at the difference between the store brand, Starbucks brand, or whatever the brand is that's on the shelf. So those symbols, the name or the design, it helps identify the good or services and helps differentiate it from the different products that are already on the market. And the combination of factors such as awareness, loyalty, quality, images, and emotions that people associate with a brand name goes towards the brand equity. And the higher the brand equity, marketers hope that brand loyalty also increases. And brand loyalty is the degree to which consumers are satisfied with a purchase and committed to future purchases. Part of the product development process is when you're taking a look at new ideas. What can help solve a need that's on the market? How can you stand out? You screen the product in terms of potential profit and marketability. You're analyzing the product, developing it, testing it out, and bringing the product to market. When you generate the new ideas, you're taking a look at, okay, what's already on the market? How is this idea different than something that's already there? You screen the product in terms of profit potential and marketability. For example, how much will it cost to produce? Can we make money off of it? You're analyzing the product, take a look at sales forecast. You're testing to see how popular a product will be. And when a product is deemed to be valuable, it's marketed to a national market or to consumers in whatever market you're in. So in addition to product, there's also price. And price is setting a price that needs to be fully reflect the quality, brand, and image of the product. It must be high enough to make a profit, but not so high that no one's going to buy it. The price is based in part on product life cycle. And that's the product life cycle has 4 different stages. You have the introduction stage, and that's the stage where the product is new on the market. A lot of money may be spent to let customers know about the product and its attributes. The next stage is the growth stage, and this is the phase where people know about the product and are starting to purchase it. Well, after it's been on the market for a long time and the market's been saturated with it, you eventually reach the maturity stage. And that's the phase where the majority of people who are interested in the product have already purchased it. Marketers must create new uses or updates to the product in order to continue to be profitable. For example, let's take a look at ketchup. Ketchup has been on the market for decades and decades and decades, and it's been in the maturity, almost the decline stage. So what marketers have done is they have changed the packaging, they've changed the color of the product, they've added new flavors, they've added different features to it to make it so that the product is still profitable for them to manufacture and sell. And then you have the decline stage, where the sales of a product are going down. The company needs to either develop something new or improve the product so it can begin the introductory stage once again. So there are a lot of factors that go into the pricing. So in addition to the product life cycle, you take a look at exactly what sort of strategy is going to fit with the image you want for the product, for the brand. As you can see in the PowerPoint slide, there are a number of different strategies you can utilize. There's the cost-based pricing, which is when the company bases price on what it will cost to produce that product or that service. There's demand pricing, which is when a company looks at price first, such as what customers would be willing to pay. Then they develop the product based on what people might be willing to pay and how much profit they're looking to get off of the product. Then there's competition-based pricing, which looks at what competitors are charging, and they charge something similar. For example, auto insurance. Everybody's able to save everybody $250, $500, whatever the case might be, and prices are set similar between one company and another in order for them to remain profitable with a specific segment of that market. There's the break-even analysis, which is when companies look at how many items or how much of X product must be sold in order to break even. There's the skimming pricing strategy, which sets the price high at first to gain maximum profit, then gradually lowers the price. There's penetration pricing, which is a strategy that sets the price low at first to gain customer interest, and then gradually raises prices as customers try the product and buy the product. There's everyday low pricing, which is when a company sets prices lower than competitors and there are not many sales on that product. There's also high-low pricing, which is a strategy that is utilized when prices are set high, but constant sales are used to lower the price. For example, Brooks Brothers always has advertisements, buy one suit, get 3 free, buy 2 suits, get 5 free, whatever the case might be. And then there's bundling, which is when 2 or more products are grouped together and sold at a cheaper price. One of the shows that I've watched on TV is American Pickers. And one of the pickers will go in there and they'll want to buy a couple products, but they want to get a better price than what the seller wants to provide. So they will bundle 2 products together to try to get a group rate. So bundling is when 2 or more products are grouped together and sold at a cheaper price. There's also psychological pricing, and that's when items are priced at 99 cents or some figure that makes consumers feel like the price is cheaper than what it actually is. So as we can see, there are a lot of issues that go into what price you're going to charge for the product in order to be successful. So the next P is place. And place refers to getting a product to where it's needed to be in order to sell it. It's also called distribution. For example, you have vending machines who compete based on place as opposed to price or other factors. But through distribution, individuals or marketers will use intermediaries, and those are individuals or organizations that assist in moving goods and services from producers, from the production facilities to the consumer users, from point A to point B. And the channel that they use for moving it from point A to point B is called the channel of distribution. And channels of distribution occur when all marketing intermediaries join together to distribute, store, and transport goods before they get into the consumer's hands. Now, there are different types of marketing intermediaries. That might be a merchant wholesaler who assumes ownership and the risk of the goods and then resells it to somebody else. Could be a rack jobber, which is a wholesaler, but also somebody who provides racks or shelves to hold products and then shares profits with the retailer. There's also cash and carry wholesalers, which are utilized by those individuals who supply retailers with products such as Costco. And there are also drop shippers. And a drop shipper solicits orders, then has those orders shipped directly from the manufacturer, and they never actually handle or physically store the product. So the next P of the 4 Ps is promotion. And promotion is the effort by marketers to inform and remind people about their products and persuade people to purchase them. And they do this through different types of promotion, also called the promotional mix. And so, for example, you're taking a look at advertising, personal selling, public relations, sales promotion, and virtual marketing and word of mouth. So advertising is a paid form of promotion. It's a one-way communication. You might have billboards, magazine ads, advertisements on television, advertisements on the radio are examples. There's also personal selling, which is the one-to-one selling that goes on in the store and is face-to-face. And online retailers have identified that this is a very valuable source, so they try to compete against the personal selling or compete against face-to-face selling by having suggestions for products, for other products or other services that online consumers might want to try. So public relations is where the individual evaluates public attitudes and opinions about the products, and it includes publicity, which is getting knowledge about a product or product information out to the public, out to the consumers. There are sales promotions, which is a short-term activity that gets customers to buy a product now. You might have giveaway samples, you might have contests, sweepstakes. They're all examples of sales promotion. You also have viral marketing, which is anything from paying people to say something good about a product or giving a commission for directing people to a website. And there's also word of mouth promotion, which is a type of promotion that's very important in marketing, and it encourages people to talk about a new product or an event. Facebook, for example, allows people to become a fan of a product or an organization or a brand and spread word of mouth information about that product or the service. Now, you want to make sure that when you're advertising, when you're doing all these different types of, whether it's a sales promotion, public relations, any of those, you want to make sure that you have an integrated marketing communication strategy. And that's a unification of all of the promotional strategies. And it's the promotional mix. The logo, the music, the packaging, the branding. The idea is to unify all areas of marketing so consumers get one specific message about your product or your service. And they can more easily identify your product. So as we're taking a look at the different 4 Ps, the various aspects of marketing's focus on developing a product, looking at the different types of pricing that should be considered, explain the concept of place and how it pertains to marketing, and understand the different types of promotion and how they can be put together in a unified image. The marketing concept, the marketing aspect of a business is a very involved and very confusing aspect of it, but it's one that's also very interesting from an idea of you going out there and you're doing the research to see exactly what consumers want, and then you're trying to paint your product, your service in a light that's going to get people to notice it It's going to get it into the hands of people who are going to value it the most, and it's hopefully going to inspire repeat business and repeat customers, so that you have people that are not against going out and spreading the information about your product or service through word of mouth or other activities that'll help you be as successful as possible. So again, we're taking a look at all of the different aspects of how the organization relates to the market, relates to consumers, so that how they're managing that relationship between the business and the market, the consumers. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. This chapter is filled with a lot of new terms, a lot of new concepts. So if you have to, go through the presentation a couple of times, and also utilize the discussions you have with the class during the week to help you refine your knowledge, your understanding of these terms and these concepts as you begin to get a better grasp of them, which will help you with all the different aspects of it for the business plan project. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.